What's up, guys? It's Mikey Boost. As you know, I got a R34, which is a R34 sedan Skyline. It's a 1999. I got it completely factory. It's been an amazing car to be driving. That thing is turning heads everywhere I go, and it's just super fun, super enjoyable. But I am not one to have a stock car. This car, the second I bought an air filter. Shout out to JustJap Racing. I was able to order just an ISR performance filter from them. It's been working fine. It sounds amazing. You get to hear the spool of the turbo, and it makes the car so much more enjoyable to drive. But after a lot of research, it's been difficult to try to find a downpipe, or basically a turbo elbow that goes into an up pipe, as they call it on these cars. I was looking into different brands, ISR Performance, OBX Racing, a lot of Chinese knockoffs, but there wasn't any for sure answer if it would fit the R34 sedan. I did come across another brand, JustJap Racing. They're located out in Australia. I'm beginning to like more and more products from Australia. As you guys know, I ordered my turn signals from a brand over there. But here you see behind me the full downpipe. So we have the turbo outlet that is a one piece to the up pipe, as they call it in these cars. We'll go ahead and take a closer look. So here you can see you have that 6-bolt flange from the turbo outlet. Everything does look pretty clean. It's not perfect, mind you. This was from Australia, 200 or just under 200. It was about $199 shipped over to Miami from Australia. The welds do look decent. I mean, here they look amazing. It's just on the turbo outlet, which is where it should be perfect. Looks good enough. That O2 housing also, and the factory placement is good as well. And obviously, if you want to run an extra O2 for your own sense or anything, you can obviously do a new bung. But for the price, I think this is great. This is the hardware that it came with, new gaskets, new hardware. You can see that this is kind of bent over here just to flow exactly how the turbo outlet is. But everything looks pretty decent. I can't complain at all. For the price, this looks awesome. If you compare this product with, for example, Tomei or HKS, just the elbows alone are like $300 and something plus shipping. A lot of them are on back order and you have to wait forever. And then the up pipe itself, which is from here back, is another $200 or $300. So here you're getting great bang for your buck. You're also eliminating one place where two pipes come together and then a gasket goes bad continuously. So you're just avoiding exhaust leaks, all with this one piece for $200 shipped to your door in the US from Australia. I'll be getting some sound clips of how the car sounds still stock, and then I'll get some more sound clips of how the car sounds with the downpipe and still a stock cat and a stock exhaust. Alright guys, I'm on my way right now to my buddy Yamil's shop. It's been raining for, I want to say, at least a week straight now here in Miami. So I have not had a chance to work on the car at all on my own. I figured I'd pull the trigger, visit Yamil. We'll do some normal maintenance. We're doing an oil change. We're gonna be using Valvoline VR1 Racing oil, recommended to me by my friend Chico. Chico's been running SRs and RBs since forever, so he should know what's good to run on these cars. Aside from the oil change, we're gonna be doing some minor details, switching out the lug nuts of the car. I want to make sure I have locks on these wheels, and of course we're gonna be installing that JustJap Racing downpipe since we're gonna have the car on the lift. We're also gonna take a look at everything under the car. I've had to check engine light because my speed sensor stopped working, so we're gonna take a look at that. Take a look at the reverse sensor because the reverse lights haven't been working since before I bought the car, and I'm pretty sure it's just that it needs to be plugged in. I just haven't wanted to do that on jacks and jack stands. I'd rather do it on the lift. So you'll get to see everything that we're working on now. Here you see we're going from that two-piece setup to a one-piece. Alright, so just an update on the downpipe install. We had to take out the turbo because these bolts are completely seized in the back housing. We tried drilling, tried everything we could to try to take them out. So we decided to take the turbo out, and after taking the turbo out, continued to try to drill, and we're not getting anywhere to try to extract these bolts. Luckily, Yamil and Danny have found another turbo in the same condition as mine, and we should be good to go on that. Also, we got new hardware from Treadstone, new gasket, crush washers, bolts, everything high performance from Treadstone. Well, thanks to Treadstone, Pedro, thanks. We'll update you guys on the next steps. So while we're here waiting for Yamil to finish on what he's working on right now, you can take a look at his FRS. He did everything on it himself. It's a boosted FA20, putting out around 450 to the wheels, and he drifts this thing like there's no tomorrow. Super nice setup. It's been sitting here for a little bit. He doesn't daily it, but he's got a nasty setup on it. Here we got Danny's Sylvia Front S13. Also drifts this thing like crazy. Z32 brakes. He's got this crazy design on the roof. Dual Z32 calipers in the rear. Wide body. This is a nice little build too. Alright, so right now we made the decision to just switch out the back housing. We're gonna keep my turbo just for security precautions. So we're gonna keep my front housing, but just switch out the back housing with the replacement one that we found. We have the car apart. Figured out we switch out the spark plugs. It already had some iridiums in there. They weren't in too bad of a shape. but I ordered spark plugs either way, and we got new ones. Here we have the old back housing with the broken bolts and studs. As you can see, it's already off of the turbo, and we got the new one to replace on it now. So we're using my front housing, same compressor wheel, everything the same, just changed out the back housing so we can bolt on the downpipe. We're back to square one, turbo's back on, everything else back in place, spark plug's done. We're about to mount up this downpipe now. Okay, so we got the downpipe in place. This thing is looking much better than before. Smooth sailing from here. What's up, guys? It's Mikey Boost once again. We were able to finish the install of the downpipe. We did have a few bumps down the road throughout the install. I can go ahead and explain to you guys exactly what happened. While removing the factory turbo elbow, 3 out of the 4 bolts broke in the back housing. We tried countless methods to remove those bolts, and unfortunately we were unsuccessful. We tried drilling, we tried just about everything we could, and we decided to swap the back housing with another turbo. Unfortunately, we didn't notice that the back housing was slightly different, and that caused a really funny, weird noise. So although everything felt normal and seemed fine until I started driving, we definitely heard a huge difference. It sounded like this car was supercharged, so we can definitely tell right away that it was not correct. So we dropped that turbo down and we sent the turbo to get rebuilt. We sent it over to Mike's Turbo. Mike's Turbo said, yeah, we can rebuild it. And then they said, wait, hold on, it doesn't need a rebuild. And then they said, okay, we'll rebuild it if you want to. Then the next step was, wait, it's special order parts, so we'll order the parts. And then they took it apart and said, hey, no, this is not rebuildable, so good luck finding another turbo. And that's what we did. Yamil was able to find another turbo within the day, and we were able to slap that turbo on, put the downpipe on, and it is driving fine. The sound is more or less the same, performance-wise is more or less the same. There is a little bit of a better throttle response, and I do notice that the boost itself does drop throughout the gear when you're slamming on the throttle, but I believe that that issue will go away if I get a boost controller. So we'll see if maybe that might be one of the next mods. I'm okay with how the car drives right now. I'm not racing anyone at the moment, just driving this car every day, going to work, doing the groceries, things like that. This is my daily driver, but I'm very happy with how the product is. So thank you to JustJap for having a great product. Thank you to Yamil, despite all the bumps down the road that we had doing a simple downpipe install that could have just taken us about an hour or so. We also did the oil change. We also did the spark plug swap. So the car is running great. It does seem to be as reliable as always. So thanks to Yamil, thanks to Chico for getting me OEM parts, and thanks to Treadstone Performance for having the hardware and the gaskets that we needed for the turbo. They had everything in stock, good quality copper hardware, so we can avoid things from rusting and breaking again. Be sure to subscribe, keep up with the build, I got a lot of plans for this car, so if you want to know what's to come, stay tuned. Thanks.